because Jalen Jones is making his return after sitting out the first 4 games of the season. Texas A&M really believes that their experience and their veteran leadership is a primary advantage tonight.
The starting lineup today brought to you by Coke Zero, the official fan refreshment of NCAA basketball. And for the Longhorns, Cameron Ridley averaging a double-double. Lambert is number 2 on the team in rebounds. And, of course, Texas, 1-1 on the season, coached by Shaka Smart, 7th season overall. This is his 3rd regular season game in charge of the Texas program. For A&M, Tyler Davis just behind House in scoring. He leads the team in rebounding. One of the best passers in the country, all-SEC performer, Alex Caruso, runs the offense for Coach Billy Kennedy. Kennedy coming in his 5th season, and as Seth mentioned earlier, he has guaranteed that the Aggies will be going as we get ready to tip this off. A&M 4-0. And Tony Trosha-Morelos, number 10, will jump for them against Cameron Ridley. And here come the Longhorns, Isaiah Taylor, sophomore out of Hayward, California. Javan Felix getting the start, the senior from New Orleans. A surprise starter tonight. Goes inside big man, and Cameron Ridley finishes it off. He's averaging 10, gets the first 2 of the game.
Major point of emphasis for Shaka Smart is make Ridley the focal point of the offense. Wants him to demand the ball more. You score, and you can set up your full court press. Good early sign for the Longhorns.
And it was a nice pick and roll as well by Ridley. Came up, set the pick, rolled nicely. They found him. Nice kiss off the glass.
Trosha with it on top. House comes around. He's guarded by Holland. House fades, fires 14-footer away short. Rebound is brought up inside by Davis.
Good-looking freshman Tyler Davis goes 6'10", a local product from Plano. Mr. Basketball in the state of Texas. Excellent offensive rebound.
He's made an impact early, had a double-double in the win against Southeast Louisiana.
Texas A&M has a great mix of seniors and freshmen.
Three-pointer on the way. Taylor comes up short. Rebound snagged by House. Here come the Aggies. House takes an extra step, cut off by Lambert. Good defense by the Longhorns.
Yeah, nice job by Connor Lambert there. Got position, was able to force a little extra contact, force the travel.
A&M wants to push it. They're averaging 93 points a game compared to 69 for Texas. As Felix has it on top. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong by Lambert. He can hit those. The big man can, but he's strong with that one.
2 outside shots, last 2 times down.
House 3. No good. Contact foul. It's going on the Longhorns.
You know, Seth, after that first time down for Texas where they found Ridley inside, last 2 times down, they've settled for open looks, but I think a little bit against what Shaka Smart wants to do early on here tonight against the Aggies. They want to pound it inside.
The Longhorns have been absolutely horrific from three-point range in their 2 games this season, particularly the loss to Washington. They were 3 for 20, 2 for 15 from behind the arc. They are not shooting the ball well.
Collins with it out front, a senior from Houston. Caruso works it around over in the right corner. Back out Caruso with the thought. He's tripped by Felix, who picks up his second quick foul.
Tell you what, a battle going on inside right now between Ridley and Tyler Davis. They are really getting a lot of physical contact in there. The officials are letting them get after it early on.
And Kerwin Roach Jr., a 6'4" freshman out of Houston, comes in the lineup for the first time for Texas. Felix with 2 fouls to the bench.
There's Caruso with the bucket. Not much of a score. He and Anthony Collins both are not really true scorers. Aggies like to do their work inside and then out.
Caruso is usually setting everyone else up, averaging almost 5 assists a game.
And there's that moving screen. It's a point of emphasis this year. You're going to see a lot of that, I think, early on until both, all these teams start getting used to that new point of emphasis. But that was a good call by the official.
Trosha looking under.
See when Anthony Collins, number 11 for A&M, has the ball, they're always going to go under the screen because he's not a three-point threat. But Danuel House is a threat to score from all over the place.
House scores at one end. Ridley's going to get the basket at the other. Trosha called for goaltending.
That was a bad play by Trosha. That ball had no chance to go in.
I like the big man, though, getting down the court very quickly. They reward him with the pass. It was going to be a difficult shot to make, and bailed out a little bit on the goaltends. Here we get a look at it, Seth. As Ridley goes up, and there's the goaltend. Good call by the official.
It was above the rim, but it was never over the rim, so technically as a goaltend.
So with that, Ridley picks up 4 points. He has scored them all for Texas. Here come the Aggies back. Caruso gives it down low. Davis, nice pass inside. Finished off by Trosha, and he's fouled.
And those were two, not one, two excellent passes. The first one was the delivery from Caruso into the post from the top of the key. Usually you like to tell the guards to go to the wing. And then look at the presence of mind for a freshman to dump it off to a sophomore. Tyler Davis is one good-looking prospect, folks, I'm telling you. And if Shaka Smart's going to get it going in Texas, he's going to have to get those top recruits from inside the state. A lot of good ball players in Texas. It's why people think that the University of Texas is such a good job. One of the reasons why Shaka Smart agreed to go there when he had so many opportunities to go to places like UCLA. But I'll tell you what, A&M's roster's covered with Texas up and down.
And several of those Texas A&M players were recruited heavily by Texas, but chose the Aggies instead. As Tony Trosha goes to the line, the 6'10 sophomore from Columbia rolls it in. And the Aggies have their biggest lead, and they're picking up pressure in backcourt.
Texas needs to get into the paint.
Taylor looking under. Finds an opening baseline floater, goes through, contact and a foul.
It'll be a charge. Trosha Morelos drew the charge. Terrific defensive play. Sliding outside, clearly outside the arc, clearly a foul.
No basket, a foul instead. And Tony Trosha staying vertical that whole time, draw the foul. A&M now up 5, can extend. Collins, 3, got it. Collins' 5th 3 of the year, and A&M has opened up an 8-point lead at the 16:23 mark. They've been waiting a long time.
Because that's just going to open up the court more, and even more so for those big fellas in the middle.
I like the telestrator work too, by the way.
Did you like that? I'd kick my son out of the way before I got to the telestrator, but I got there.
A&M has hit their last 4 field goals. They're on a 6-0 run in the last 37 seconds to open their biggest lead.
That was a good timeout by Coach Smart. Basketball's a game of runs. Needed to stop that one.
Holland is looking under, and a foul is called. It's going on Trosha.
Yeah, there's been a lot of contact underneath. All the big men are really banging into each other.
That's the first foul against the Aggies as Jones comes in the lineup.
Ridley goes 290 pounds. A&M doesn't have anybody with nearly his bulk. And they got Jones on the foul. Very quickly coming out of that dead ball situation. We'll see it underneath the basket here. There's Jones just really manhandling.
Well, I actually disagree with that call because it looked to me like Prince Ebay was shoving him out of the paint.
I know, Seth. It looked like he really had both of his arms around him to me. Really got a quick look there, but I thought it was a good call.
And Ebay picks up his second personal, pushing off underneath. Shaq Clear, number 32 in the lineup for Texas. Grew up in the Bahamas, played high school ball in Texas, and decided to stay there in the Lone Star State. Caruso starts down the lane, extra step, turnover A&M.
Texas already has 17 fouls, so A&M in the bonus.
Down low, Ridley, basket.
Nice move by Cameron Ridley. Used that bolt, backed his defender down, and that was an easy up and in for Cameron Ridley once he established position inside.
And he is the only one who has scored for the Longhorns in this game. Baseline, Jones, Jalen Jones. His first shot is there. And A&M's up 14-6.
A&M's come out firing.
Roach guarded by Caruso. Ridley down low, double team.
A&M's defense is outstanding right now. Look how far away from the basket Ridley caught that ball.
Jones coming in and scoring. All the starters for A&M has scored. Once again, it's Ridley down the lane. Can't get it, draws the foul.
Another pick and roll to Cameron Ridley as the shot clock was getting down very close to expiring. Second time we've seen that pick and roll work. He came up, set the pick. It was a little late there, and comes up, gets the foul. Good call by the official.
Caruso picks it up, only the third on A&M. And Ridley, 6'10" senior out of Houston, can't convert. Edmund Gilder comes in the lineup, one of those talented freshmen, number 3 for A&M. He does about everything well except shoot free throws, does Cameron Ridley, and it remains 14-6. Jones out front, Ridley on him. Coming around is Gilder. Driving the lane, Collins, an extra step, turnover.
Little delay there by the official before he blew the whistle there, but a good call. He clearly shuffled those feet, kind of lost his balance. So you're right, A&M has really had tempo. They want to run. Texas has been a little bit more methodical coming up the court.
Tavario Miller now in the lineup for the first time for A&M. He too grew up in the Bahamas. He too played basketball in high school in Texas and stayed there for college. And he and fellow Bahamian Clear are guarding each other right now, running at the other end, taking it all the way under and drawing the foul. A&M being very aggressive. That's the way they want to play. And it was Gilder, the freshman from Dallas, who leads the team in steals, taking that in and drawing the foul.
Well, now that Cameron really is not in the game for Texas, they don't have that post option. Ebay's on the bench with 2. So now they become a little bit more of a jump shooting team. And there's a difference between being a jump shooting team and a jump making team. I mentioned about Texas. They're now ranked 346th in the country in effective field goal percentage, largely because of how poorly they shot it in China against Washington. Now, Shaka Smart, are you guys a bad shooting team, or have you not shot it well? So he believes they just haven't shot it well. We'll see.
Connor Lambert's a guy Texas needs to get untracked. So far, really hasn't had any offensive opportunities.
Rhodes works on the right side. Underneath, goes out of bounds, turnover, Texas.
Shaka Smart has a very good freshman class, but they are raw. Kerwin Roach is someone they're very excited about. He hasn't shot it well. 2 assists, 7 turnovers. Simple feet of the post, unable to make it. Work in progress.
As is the havoc that was the trademark at VCU, that great defensive Shaka Smart teams with some big guys inside Maybe not necessarily everyone that he would recruited. That is who he inherited, as Jones takes a long three and misses strong with it.
Well, you know, Texas, they have this 5-man senior class, 258 starts between them. You'd think they're an experienced team, but everything is new. Every practice is new. Every drill is new.
Lammert hits the three.
That was big for the Longhorns. Connor Lammert, a guy. He's a veteran.
His 5th three of the year for the senior from San Antonio.
He's one of those guys. It just seems like whenever Texas needs a big shot, Connor Lammert can be counted on to deliver. And they certainly needed that one. Coming down in transition, they found him right behind the arc. Pulled up, sweet stroke. But you're right, Seth. When Ridley goes to the bench, Texas really a lot smaller out there.
Collins 3 for 3 on the season at the free throw line. DJ Hogue in for the first time for A&M. Another one of those freshmen replacing House. Hogue 6'8" from Plano, Texas.
Can really shoot the ball, Hogue.
And Collins hits again.
Yeah, Plano West High School, the Wolves, an outstanding year last year in Class 6A.
You were dying to say that, Tom.
I absolutely was, but they were everything and more as they won the 6A state championship for the state of Texas. And Hogue was a big part of that as he hit the game winner.
Isaiah Taylor out front. They worked it around Mack in the lineup for the first time.
Texas really spreading the floor now.
Shot clock is at 6. Now at 4. Mack baseline guarded by Hogue, and Hogue draws the foul.
Nice
with
job.
3 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Nice job there by Mack. Had the baseline, took it up strong, got the contact and the foul. There was only, as you said, about 3 seconds before that shot clock expired. It was going to be a difficult shot, but good call by the official.
And I like Tevin Mack driving the ball. He's a great athlete, long, settles way too much for the outside shot. Haven't made a 3 yet this year.
Mack, a freshman out of Columbia, South Carolina. It's 1 out of 2. Rebound goes out, and it will stay at that end. Last touch by the Aggies.
Nice fight by Lammert. He's giving them some quality minutes right now.
Davis on the baseline, back out front with it to Isaiah Taylor. Taylor driving, fouled out front by Gilder.
After a lot of early fouls against the Longhorns, now the Aggies committing several fouls in a row.
Non-shooting foul. Taylor, leading scorer on this team, averaging 16.5, is yet to put one through tonight. Taylor drives, hangs, not there. Good defense once again. Tavario Miller staying right with it for A&M. Caruso down the lane. Hogue with the look at it, no good. Davis out, commits the foul.
And Hogue can hit that shot all day. He's got a beautiful outside shot. It's right in his sweet spot. That was a good no call by the official down here on the other end.
Hogue goes to the line, shooting 2 just inside the arc. 78% free throw shooter, nails that. Talking with Shaka Smart yesterday, he said as well, a learning experience for him. Trying to bring his style of play to Austin. A&M, no field goals in over 3 minutes, but they lead it by double figures. Davis, good look at a 3 and nails it.
That's his first 3-pointer of the season. Maybe get him going a little bit.
Now 1 for 6 on the year, the freshman from Saginaw, Michigan, from behind the arc. Jones out front. Felix hits a three, coming back in the lineup. And A&M goes back up by 10. Straight away. Can't get it to go. Taylor, tip in, good, big tip.
Nice tip in. Came down the left side of the lane, got position, and very soft to tip it in. The Longhorns needed that.
And Clear gets his first two. Outside three, won't go for the Aggies. Clear brings it out of there. Davis running, and it is in and out. Contact and a foul, and a block is called against A&M. Texas is coming back here. Outside, hitting the three. Committed to the Aggies over the Longhorns in many cases.
Yeah, and we already talked about Tyler Davis and DJ Hogue at Plano West High School, but Elijah Thomas at Lancaster High School, a 5A champion. And then we also had the 3A champion.
And Texas, some talented freshmen of their own, including Eric Davis Jr. from Saginaw, Michigan, doesn't get that free throw to go. But hits 1 out of 2. And Collins will trot it up. Jones on top. Lambert guards him. Collins comes around the pick. Back out front, Jones.
I'm a little surprised Daniel House has spent this much time on the bench. No
Shot
fouls
clock
with leading score.
at 4. Collins takes it in and draws the foul as the shot clock was winding down. Smart play by the senior grad student who came in from South Florida.
I think they got that on Connor Lambert. As we see the nice drive at the end of the shot clock. Connor just a little late to get over there. There was the contact high in the air. And he'll get rewarded with a shot. 2 at the free throw line.
That is the second on Lambert, who will now go to the bench as Cameron Ridley returns to the lineup for Texas.
You know, Clear really did a nice job while Ridley was on the bench.
And returning Daniel House comes back in the lineup for A&M. He had been sitting for a while. Collins nails it. Perfect on the season. A&M by 9.
Texas got to close this gap on the free throw line right now, 9-1.
I like having Clear and Ridley in together. Let's see if the 2 big bodies can get something open inside for Texas.
Three-pointer. Davis rattles it in. He hadn't hit a 1 coming in. He's knocked down 2. And Texas has cut it down to 6.
Texas really spreading that floor. Davis just setting up shop behind the three-point arc. They found him, and he made the Aggies pay.
House directs traffic out high.
They've got House, Davis, and Jones in the game together.
And House doesn't get the shot, but draws the foul out front.
Those 3 need to work together. They hadn't been on the floor together except for a few minutes early on. That's when they were doing most of their offensive damage. With this double bonus for A&M, they should get to the line a lot, guys.
House goes to the free throw line. A&M is yet to miss tonight. And how valuable is he? A broken foot late in the season. A&M with a good chance of going to the NCAA tournament. Instead, they lose 4 out of their last 5 and went to the NIT instead. Every coach will talk about the value of health. And a healthy House means a good run here for A&M, they think, this year. He hits 1 of 2. First miss of the night for an Aggie. Felix works out front. Claire couldn't roll off quick enough. Shot's not there. Big man Ridley keeps it for the Longhorns. And a fresh clock as well. On the way, 3. Mack, no.
Didn't like that shot.
Collins with a great pass. And Davis finishes it off. Tyler Davis going down the lane, and he was spotted, hit, and a basket for Texas A&M.
Didn't like that look for Mack. Nice offensive rebound by Ridley. I thought he forced it a little bit.
Davis splits defenders, curls it up, won't go. Tip is good by Claire. 4 points off the bench. House out to Collins.
They got to get it to Davis inside, working on Shaq Claire. Got 4 inches on him.
Instead, a deep three that's no good by Hogue. Here comes Texas running. Davis in the corner. Felix gets it right back.
Nice job getting back in defensive transition. Collins located the shooter in the corner. You make Texas run half court, then you're going to have an advantage. They want to get out and go, do it in the open court and on the offensive glass.
Davis with 3 on the shot clock. Hits the 3.
He got the bucket, but that was not very good offense.
He's been waiting for this moment. 3 threes after none all season.
Hey, you make long-range shots, you're gonna cover up a lot of flaws.
Trailing by double figures at one time. Eric Davis hitting this 3, and the Longhorns within 4 of the Aggies. Davis, 77% free throw shooter, nails that one. Changes for both teams as you take a good look at that talented freshman. Those championship freshmen. Billy Kennedy said he wanted guys that knew how to win. Guys that win state championships know that. He went after them hard and secured most of them this time.
Yep, they got a couple walk-ons that are freshmen, but all 4 freshmen that are scholarship this year they got that championship pedigree.
Ridley gets it out high. Foul is called against A&M. 7:51 to go here in the first half. A&M is led by double digits. Texas has come fighting back.
Around and drained it.
He is perfect from that distance, this freshman from Saginaw, Michigan, as we return to action.
Talk about him not shooting well for 3, 0 for 5. He wasn't much better from 2. Coming into this game, he was 4 for 12.
eBay Prince at the line misses. And Gilder gets it and comes out for A&M. Collins gives it ahead to House for 3. Still can't find that distance yet. And here comes Felix. And the Longhorns trying to run. In the corner, Davis 4 for 4. Yes!
Heat check, hose him down. Put him in the water slide.
He has yet to miss a 3. Has 13, leads everyone. And the Longhorns have closed the gap down double figures at one time to 3 now.
Great steal.
Davis steals it, gives to House. Comes right back to House. Shot no good, but he draws the foul.
It's the Davis show, boys. You guys can leave. If you're not named Davis, there's no place for you tonight.
It is Davis and Davis, that's right.
It's my favorite law firm. Look at the big young fella with the strip and then the presence of mind to make the nice pass. They didn't get the field goal.
And then Prince coming over and fouling Davis. Or fouling House.
I'll tell you what, though, Eric Davis, and by the way, when a guy makes 3 3-pointers in a row, he shouldn't be that open for the 4th, just for the record.
And that was a nice job there. That was Holland, I think, who found him in the corner in transition.
eBay gets the rebound. He's playing with 3 personals.
It's now 13-2 and made free throws, Texas A&M. But they're only up 4 on the scoreboard because Eric Davis. Now Daniel House is on Davis. That's their best defender.
They will give eBay that shot all night. Davis again. Just inside the arc, didn't go.
He was feeling it.
Here comes Collins. Inside Davis. And he's fouled.
That was a good call by the official. Felix just reached in there, slapped him on the hand. Take another look at it here.
How about the catch, Tom?
Yeah, it was a beautiful catch by Davis, and a lot of contact there.
It's going on Cameron Ridley, his first.
I thought that was Felix that had the contact. But you're right, they called that on Ridley.
And Tyler Davis goes to the line.
I mean, Texas is hanging close, but they absolutely cannot sustain this disadvantage at the foul line. Texas 2 for 7, A&M 13 for 15, now 14 for 16. You can't win with that kind of disadvantage, and especially in college basketball this year, guys, with all these fouls, especially in the early going while everybody adapts. You've got to win the battle at the foul line.
Well, both teams wanted to pound it inside, but A&M was the one that's doing it, and they're being rewarded with all these trips to the free throw line.
Davis hits them both. Big man has a nice touch.
And Isaiah Taylor, Texas's leading scorer, has yet to score here in the first half.
Davis averaging 15. He has 8. Ridley thought about it. In closer, shot short. Lambert follows. Good, and he's fouled. Nice hustle by Connor Lambert.
And that's just what Connor Lambert's all about. He's just one of those guys that seems to be in the right place at the right time. He'll do the dirty work. And as Ridley was trying to draw that contact, he got some contact. No foul call by the official. Lambert came in and cleaned it up, and he got the foul call, and he'll go to the free throw line. Really incredible to me with this free throw disparity that Texas has a chance here to cut this lead to 3.
And they do. Lambert completes the old-fashioned three-point play. Collins hustles in the front court for the Aggies. Trosha back in the lineup. House for 3. Taylor the rebound. Isaiah Taylor, nice pass. Holland jams it. DeMarcus Holland finishes it off. Taylor with the assist, and the Longhorns within 1.
That was such a pretty assist. Run to perfection. Found the cutter.
Gilder's 3 won't go. Nice hustle inside. Trosha kept it alive. And House will clear back out to Collins.
Since Shaka Smart went to this 2-3 zone, A&M having an awful time getting a good look at the basket. That's a long-range 3 for Dan House.
And House puts it back up to 4 for A&M with that 3.
That zone has totally changed the tempo of this game.
Holland looks inside, takes it in close. Pass Ridley, can't get it, draws the foul. And the big man forcing it in on Elijah Thomas, the 6'9 freshman just in the lineup.
There are some men inside playing some physical basketball. We see Isaiah Taylor come in. Look at the beautiful pass to the cutter, Holland. He's the glue guy for Texas. He's the unquestioned leader, Holland. It was a beautiful pass.
Ridley has 6, now 7 on the night. As Hogue returns for A&M.
Give the Longhorns credit. They took a punch to the gut early on. A little bit of foul trouble.
Again, they go back to credit clear. When Ridley was on the bench, really gave him some nice minutes inside.
And of course, Eric Davis making threes. It's funny how, just mentally, Texas has had a hard time shooting the basketball as a team. It's kind of like in baseball. One guy gets a hot bat, all of a sudden everybody starts hitting. So Eric Davis really gave his team an emotional lift.
Hogue, deep corner 3 is good. Big 3 by DJ Hogue.
And that is definitely something he is capable of doing often. He's got an outside shot that is beautiful for a big man.
He has 5. A&M leads by 5.
They've got no problem with Hogue taking that when he's open.
Isaiah Taylor.
Oh, Ridley didn't see the pick and roll that time. He set the pick, he rolled, but he wasn't looking for the pass.
House takes it in, hangs on the baseline and gets the shot. Nice touch. And that turnover was big. Turned it right back around. Now a 7-point lead. Lambert out to Roach. Crossover. Shot is short. Lambert hustles. Good hustle. They keep it alive. and a foul out front.
We got Collins.
Lammert kept it alive for Isaiah Taylor.
Another one of those plays that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but Connor Lammert running down the air ball. Great hustle. There it is, an air ball, and look at Lammert. 6'10", moves so well, keeps it alive, and then Taylor with a chance for some points.
You got two A&M players standing on the baseline watching it go out of bounds. Got to go get that ball.
Taylor looks to me like he's maybe favoring that right foot just a little bit. We'll have to watch that.
Taylor averaging 16. He has 2 on the night. The junior, as we talked about earlier, said he was about 50-50 thinking about trying to go to the NBA draft, and when Shaka Smart came to town, he decided to stay.
Well, they really connected. We talked about it in the open. Coach Smart sat down with Isaiah. He sat down with Isaiah's family to find out what was best for Isaiah. And Isaiah decided it was best to come back for another year in Texas. Huge to have him back this year.
Well, it's interesting, though, because we think about Shaka Smart's VCU teams as House takes it to the house and gets a nice bucket as he's starting to heat up. But we haven't seen a lot of that full court havoc that we're used to seeing from Smart's VCU team. So he's coaching to his personnel right now. Doesn't want to open up the court for Collins and company.
Collins backs off. Hogue has it out front. Daniel House right now with 11 points for A&M.
You see the value that he brings scoring so many different ways.
Hogue long shot is long. Rebound by Collins.
Oh.
Nice pass behind the back taking it. Thomas rejected. Trying to go back door, stolen away.
Terrible pass.
Ridley doing some great defense there all the way around. Shot inside, good. Nice kiss off the glass by Roach.
Anthony Collins should get an assist for that basket. That pass was so bad. That's not like him. You get a block shot, you get the ball back. Value the ball.
Collins directs traffic outside. Shot clock at 7. As Jones takes it all the way down the lane, in and out. Davis backs off for 3. Misses that one, and House claims. Collins gets a screen from Thomas, gives back to Thomas. 16-footer is good. He gets the bounce. The freshman from Lancaster, Texas.
It's almost unfair the way Texas A&M's big men are capable of playing away from the basket. It's so hard to guard.
Davis and Thomas, Trosha all have nice touches.
Jalen Jones, they can all play out
everybody,
there.
Yeah.
Whoever's got the best mismatch goes.
Roach misses. Here comes House.
Anthony Collins is like the rug in the Big Lebowski. He ties the room together.
Nice reference, dude.
Did I date myself?
House trying to give it in to Thomas. Knocked away out of bounds. He'll stay on the A&M end. Daniel House, all Southeastern Conference performer, and the 6'7" senior taking it all the way in for 2 of his 11.
He wants to play these teams, and that's something that he's been outspoken about.
Well, the problem is they're the ones who left the conference, and they're the ones who need the game more than Texas does. So I can't say that I blame Shaka Smart or whoever's running Texas athletics these days.
House off the curl and puts it through. A house of fire right now. He has 13, and A&M is back up by double figures. And Claire having trouble with it. And A&M gets it and calls timeout. Nice hustle by Collins. Anthony Collins, the senior, scooting along the court and taking it away. Shaka Smart actually hating to see that, but he could. And again, when he went out with injury last year, so did all the wind out of the sail of A&M. Headed, it looked like, to the NCAA tournament. Played the NIT instead.
He goes 6'7", 212. He was third in the league in three-point shooting last year. That's a ball player.
Here's another ball player, Jalen Jones, taking it down, hanging, can't get it to go. Battle comes out, Thomas gets it, gives back to House, had a thought, now puts it up over Claire, no good. And it goes out of bounds, last touch by A&M. Javon Felix outside. Mack now back in the game. Clear to Davis. Davis with that hot hand early for Texas. Mack takes it down the lane. Whistle, foul, it's on A&M. It's on Jones.
Texas has done a better job getting to the foul line. Certainly had our share of whistles here in the first half.
Seen that quite a bit here in the early going.
Yeah, and you know what? We keep saying the refs aren't going to adjust. The refs have their mandate. The players need to adjust. Both teams doing a good job driving to the basket. You got to move your feet.
And Mack, the 83% free throw shooter, puts it in.
That's, I believe, 25 fouls called here in the first half. That's a full night's work. A lot of points on the board, though.
A lot. This is what A&M likes. They like this tempo. They open the season with consecutive 100-point games in their victories. That's the first time it had happened since 1989-90 season. With it down low is Davis. Backs in, left-handed shot. Good. Nice move by Tyler Davis. 10-point lead again for A&M. Short inside, Mack hanging in with it. Doesn't get it, but does get the foul. And once again, the Longhorns will go to the line.
See, the difference to me is Texas is trying to score and Texas A&M is running offense. So it works when you're drilling long threes and you're able to get to the foul line one-on-one, but eventually you got to try to make the whole greater than the sum of your parts, and that's what A&M is excelling at tonight. And like I said about Texas, even though they have a lot of seniors, everything is new. It's a new system, new lingo, so a lot of adjusting to be done.
Gilder back in, Trosha to the sideline for the Aggies. Eight-point lead, A&M. Shot clock off, 24 seconds to go in the first half as Collins directs traffic. Down to 9 seconds. And Collins will go to work now. Gets the screen from Davis. Leaves it in the corner for Hope. Partially tipped. Collins gets it back. And that will end the first half. A&M leading by double figures most of the way. And Billy Kennedy and that man Daniel House, number 23, with a big first half. And the Aggies will take an 8-point lead into the dressing.
Shaka Smart. I think they had some success when they went to zone for part of that first half. They went back to the man to end it. But I think they've got to get back to that pick and roll to Ridley.
And Isaiah Taylor has not been scoring, only 2 points for the man that leads his club with 16.5 as we start the second half. Collins and Trosha, Davis, House, and Caruso, the original starters for A&M. Caruso has it out high.
And of course, the big reason why Texas went to the zone is because they're racking up so many fouls. Not only getting into foul trouble, but repeatedly sending A&M to the line.
House shot not there. Tip no by Davis, but he's fouled.
Well, that was a nice job by Tyler Davis to come in on the offensive glass. No one put a body on him, and he just knifed through there.
It's Felix, Holland, Taylor, Ridley, and Lammert, the original starters for Texas. Remember, Texas picked up quick fouls early. A&M very early in the game getting in the bonus situation and making their first 9 free throws.
And they're 15 for 17 from the free throw line, whereas Texas is 10 for 16.
House driving in. Ridley comes over. Contact foul on the big man for Texas.
Really, those 6 missed free throws, a big part of this 8-point differential so far for the Longhorns.
Second on Ridley.
It's just a win-win as House barrels down and barrels in. Really, I'm not sure what a big guy's supposed to do except hold this position, but it's a win-win for a team that can drive that often and get to the line that often, because you get a chance to score and you get their big men in foul trouble. Texas was able to hang tough largely because of Eric Davis going 4 for 6 off the bench from three-point range. Not sure he has that in him in the second half.
On the line, turnover, Texas.
So, Tom, I think you hit it right on the head. I think Billy Kennedy's message to his guys is just stay the course. Let the game take its toll.
They go down low again. Davis spins, scores, and he's fouled.
And that's the 3rd foul on the big man, Cameron Ridley.
The combination of Anthony Collins' ability to feed the post, and Caruso, by the way, and Davis catching. Good footwork, spinning back to his right. He's gone over his right shoulder a couple times there. He goes over his left. But that combination of A&M's guards, their ability to feed the post, and what Davis can do inside is lethal.
And they did not call that on Ridley, so he remains with 2. He was in the area, but the foul was not called on Ridley.
Felix out front. Taylor has been quiet in this game. Drives, splits defenders, draws the foul.
Davis, by the way, is also doing a great job on Ridley defensively, shutting off angles. This is a good-looking freshman.
Tony Trosha picks up his 3rd. Do you look at Tyler Davis shaking it off? Telling the ref he might have caught an elbow there. And Isaiah Taylor at the line, 76% free throw shooter. Gets his 3rd point of this game.
And if you're Texas, the top of the list for the second half has got to be getting Taylor going from a scoring standpoint. Has yet to make a field goal in this game.
The 6'3 junior rattles it in. He has 4. And A&M up by 8. Collins quickly in front court.
Shaka Smart's VCU teams after a made free throw would press you end to end. This team is not doing that.
Trosha driving, and a foul is called against Texas Lambert. Now, one of those reasons you got 6'10 Ridley, 6'10 Lambert, size that Shaka didn't have at VCU, so trying to adapt the big men and trying to still figure out how much of the havoc they can contribute to.
Because you might have more size, but that also means you have less speed.
And that is the 3rd foul on Connor Lambert.
Inside, down low, won't go Davis. Davis stays with it. Davis still in there with it.
They're afraid to foul him.
Davis again, and he puts it through. Tyler Davis.
The 3rd shot was the toughest one.
Taylor right back quickly, and a foul is called.
But you're right, Seth. There was Lambert in the area, Ridley in the area, and they were just afraid to go up and challenge that shot.
That foul is on Isaiah Taylor, the charge, and that is his 3rd.
We're getting to a danger zone here now for Texas with these fouls. 5 team fouls for Texas to 1 for A&M, and we're not even 2 minutes into the second half.
Much like they did at the start of this game, picking up those early fouls. A&M going to the bonus line early in this game, building up a double-figure lead. They're back up by 10. Collins guarded by Roach. Collins very impressive running the show tonight.
He's the rug, Kenny. He's the rug.
He is.
He ties the room together.
It shows the importance of these grad students coming in and making an impact. We'll see a couple in the next game for Connecticut.
He jinxed him.
Isn't that always the case?
He jinxed him. Let's stop talking. We're not talking about it the rest of the night.
UConn has a couple of grad students that have made an impact already. They're playing Michigan in our second game. Davis, 14 points, 4 rebounds. He scored the last 7 for the Aggies.
I love his basketball IQ. You see how he got the ball in the high post. He made a move, didn't force the shot, kicked it out.
Lambert with Jones on him.
Now he's D'ing up Cameron Ridley in the post. Let's see if Texas can get Ridley the ball.
Davis out front. Can he get hot again? 8 seconds on the shot clock. Davis up. Good. He's fouled.
What an impressive move by Eric Davis Jr.
This game is going to do a lot for his confidence, regardless of what happens. Finish with the left. Davis beats Davis.
Tyler Davis picks up his second.
And he did not. I thought for a minute he might have shuffled that second foot, but he didn't. Nice job somehow. Very deftly between the two defenders, and he throws it in, gets contact, and somehow rattles it in.
The freshman already with a career high, and now adds to that. He has 16. Leading scorer for the Longhorns.
Single-handedly keeping Texas in this game.
House right back. Lob is too high, and House trying to go get it.
And he hit Tyler Davis, who was out of bounds pretty hard. Big collision right there. Davis was just trying to have some bottled water.
Feels like he got hit by a house.
We are here all week.
I got to pace myself.
Right now, not a lot of energy by Texas. A lot of standing around on the offensive end. Got to get some people moving here. Here comes Ridley.
Davis guarded by Caruso. Lambert with a thought. Shot clock at 7. Rhodes in the lane. Hangs, no good, but he draws the foul from Jones.
I like the drive. Shaka's just having them spread, switch, and drive.
That was good perimeter defense, though, by Texas A&M.
And Kerwin Roach Jr., one of those talented freshmen, one of those Texans out of Houston, puts it through. Shaka Smart came to Texas and right away went to Shanghai, China to open this season against Washington, where they lost before coming back to beat Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Caruso looks under. Jones, 3 over Lambert. Not there. Skying to clear it off. Here comes Roach. And Davis takes it in. Not there. Foul is called. And it's going.
Good charge
on Davis.
Coach Smart had a great look at that. Didn't say a word to the official. He knew the defender was set. Good call.
Davis picks up his second.
See, that's the difference between playing at this level and playing in high school. It's a very hard adjustment for a young guard to make, to understand you might beat your guy off the dribble, but there's always going to be help. He should have pulled up for the baseline jumper.
Collins guarded by Roach. Roach gets the foul.
And that's just an unnecessary foul 50 feet from the basket, too.
That is his third.
7th.
And A&M
team foul.
Back in the bonus.
We're not even 3.5 minutes into the second half, and A&M already in the bonus.
Early fouls again to start the half for Texas, just like back in the first half. Collins at the line.
Tom, the blackjack tables stay open all night, so don't you worry, all right? I know there's going to be a while. It'll be a long game, a lot of fouls. Tom's getting antsy over there, Kenny.
He does this time of year.
Don't you worry.
Collins has 8, yet to miss at the stripe.
And unfortunately, we as fans are going to have to live with this for a little while. You know, when the NBA made these changes, it took them almost 2 full seasons.
Inside, Ridley puts it through. It had been a while for the big man. But Ridley going up and scoring his 10th point. That's what he's averaging on the season.
Nice entry pass side there, Seth. Apologize.
No, yeah, you're right, Tom. And it's so much better when he's operating out of the low block. Here's the zone again.
House trying to bust it. Can't do it. Ripping it off is Ridley. And finally clearing it out of there is Davis. Davis running against Caruso. No good. Draws the foul on the A&M guard. So the Longhorns are committing a lot of fouls, but they're making another run. Here they go inside to their big man, Ridley, that have come in like Davis, number 34, to the program.
Well, I think a good move to get Davis back on the court. He was taking a breather. But when you had Ridley with the 2 fouls, and for a while you had Lambert on the floor with 3, and Texas A&M was settling for the outside jumper. A&M needs to get back to their bread and butter, taking it inside, attacking the basket.
I mentioned about A&M being such a good mix of senior and freshman. Their 4 freshmen have combined for almost half their points in their first 4 games. So even distribution throughout the lineup. But, you know, Texas is right there. You watch this game, it feels like A&M is really in control. But the Longhorns are just staying within contact distance.
Shaq clear back in. Ridley goes out. Pressure applied now by Texas.
Let's see if the Aggies look inside now. You're already in the bonus. Almost 16 minutes still remaining.
So Texas playing a little bit soft, full court pressure now and dropping back into the 2-3 zone.
Turnover. Here comes Holland. Straight ahead, Mack with a 3 that's good. Tevin Mack nails it. He has 8. Texas within 2.
He's now 2 for 19 on the season from 3. Maybe that'll get him going.
Coming back, Jones not there, gets the foul.
Nice move, though, by Jones. He missed that entry pass a moment ago. We'll take another look. Here they are, Longhorns in transition. Pulls up and just puts it down. Tevin Mack.
Mack has really struggled from the outside.
You take Mack had not hit a 3 coming into this. Davis had not hit a 3 coming into this. These guys get hot. Start hitting from outside like they can for Shaka Smart and company. Be a huge difference down in Austin. Collins goes out. He has 6 assists already this evening. If you look at Jalen Jones. And the senior from Dallas hits. Aggies by 3. Trosha back in the lineup for A&M.
And that's one thing that Texas A&M really doesn't have. They have Hogue coming off the bench, but they're starting backcourt of Caruso and Collins. They don't make 3.
3 on the way. Won't go for Holland. Rebound Caruso. Caruso in there with 3 personal fouls. 3 is good by Gilder. And a nice pass by Caruso. Leads the team in assists. Step, turnover on Texas. And Tevin Mack a little slow getting up. See Brown coming over hard to knock it away.
Yeah, they'd already blown the play dead. So a little unnecessary contact. Just didn't hear the whistle. Mack continued with the play. He paid a little bit of a price.
Oh, we assume he didn't hear the whistle. You know, this is A&M in Texas. They say nasty things about each other in their fight songs. Such is the intensity of this rivalry that dates back to 1894.
One of the greatest rivalries in college sports, no question about it. Great to be here calling it in Paradise Island, Bahamas.
Gilder gets it, gets the foul out front.
It's going to be Davis with the reach. Players are going to have to keep their hands to themselves. Been pretty consistent all night. Yep. I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of fouls. We've seen very little arguing from the coaches.
Most of the coaches I've talked to said we've gone over it with everyone. They understand that. They know about the 10-second bringing across the court. They know about the emphasis on the hands, the 30-second clock, some of these new rules. But sometimes the best education is learning by doing. And seeing a little bit of that tonight with all these fouls.
5-0 run right now for the Aggies. It was a 3-point lead. It's back up to 8. Gilder, all 5 points.
Ridley, I believe, with the foul. So that will be his third.
Ridley has 3. There you see Isaiah Taylor, number 1. He has had a quiet shooting night, the leading scorer for the Longhorns.
Coach Smart does not even think about taking Ridley out. He's leaving him in there with the 3 fouls. 14:05 to go in this one.
They've got 10 team fouls, so Texas A&M in the double bonus for the last 14 minutes. If you can't win a basketball game being that long in the double bonus, then you've got a lot of soul searching to do, and a 3-pointer from Danuel House is certainly going to help their cause.
House has 16, 1 above his average, and A&M is good look at Tavario Miller, and Miller wound up playing against Claire in high school in Houston. They played 1 game against each other. We've seen them head-to-head briefly here tonight.
Claire was a transfer, of course, from Maryland, played some high school ball with Isaiah Taylor. Joining him in Austin. Now we got a zone look here from Texas A&M out of the timeout. I like this move by Billy Kennedy.
Kennedy's mixed it up tonight on the Longhorns. Davis looks inside. Roach. Now Holland with the thought. Shot clock at 7.
A lot of teams playing zone this year.
Inside. Davis slices on the baseline. A career-high 19 for the freshman.
Davis keeping the Longhorns in this all by himself.
Davis is one of those 7 Texas players who has 3 fouls. Shot is short there. Inside jump ball. And the arrow is pointing to Texas.
But whatever happens tonight, the Longhorns have a find in Eric Davis. A lot of confidence from him, and the team can get a lot of confidence as well.
You could see Davis grabbing his mouth. He got hit pretty hard in the mouth on that drive by Gilder.
2nd and 12.
It's fitting they be playing on Thanksgiving Eve, because for so many years Texas A&M played football on Thanksgiving. We had coaches Darrell Royal, Emory Bellard, some of the all-time greats right there.
Great battles over the years. First time since 2012 these teams have met on the hardwood. Obviously with A&M making the move to the Southeastern Conference, where they have done well in football. Had some moments, obviously. Ridley inside, not there. And, of course, they're hoping to make a bigger move this year in basketball, maybe their biggest yet. Ridley will be going to the line shooting.
That's 2 straight trips against the zone that Texas has gotten a foul at the rim. That's what the zone is designed to avoid. DeMarcus Holland with a nice bounce pass to Ridley. It starts with the trap in the corner on Lammert. Not real well executed there.
I like the move, though, to get Lammert back in the game with the 3 fouls. So now you've got, as you look up on the board, 3 Texas players, Davis, Ridley, and Lammert, all with 3 fouls. And you've also got Isaiah Taylor with 3 fouls.
I think the 3 of us are the only people in the building who haven't been called for fouls.
Yet.
Only 12:30 on the clock. Plenty of time.
Taylor back in the game for the Longhorns as Davis starts down the lane, knocked away by Lammert.
I like the idea by Davis, though. Take the big man inside with the 3 fouls.
Taylor gives it up. 3 on the way. It won't go for Holland. Lammert again hustles to keep it alive, and a fresh 30 on the clock.
And once again, Connor Lammert.
Down the lane. Shot is good. Now that's what they've been expecting from Isaiah Taylor tonight. He puts it through for his 5th point. And at one time down by 11, they fought back to within 5.
They want to look at Connor Lammert, make sure he's okay. He got hit in the mouth. That was an incredible shot, though, by Taylor. Silky smooth down the lane, threw it up with a left hand, made it look easy. Just another day at the office, but that was a very hard shot on a degree of difficulty.
And you could see his face coming back. Finally. First field goal of the night for their leading scorer.
The junior from South Hayward, California, thinking, that's why I came back here. That's why I wanted to play here and have one more good year, perhaps.
I'm impressed with Texas' scrappiness on a night when a lot of things have not gone their way. They're hanging in there, and now they forced a turnover.
A&M led by 11. Texas fighting back on a 6-0 run. It's 64-59 here in the Bahamas. Before the game about Coach Kennedy.
Yeah, well, Coach Kennedy's father-in-law, Leon Etheridge, is in the hospital back home in Arkansas. This is the father of Bill Kennedy's wife, Mary, and we just want to all from the Bahamas extend get well wishes for Leon Etheridge, the father-in-law for Coach Kennedy.
Certainly so. Taylor has it for Texas to Lammert with a three. Connor Lammert knocks it down. He has 9. Texas back within 2. They do not quit.
They refuse to go away, and those 9 points, it seems like every one of them from Lammert's been big.
And Jones can't get it to go. It's been a long time now between baskets for A&M, approaching 3 minutes. And here comes Taylor.
And that was a great rebound there by Cameron Ridley. Just took it away from Davis. Looked like Davis had position, but Ridley just wanted that one more.
Texas a chance to take the lead, if not tie. Lammert with a thought. Davis shot, whistle before. No goal. 3-second violation is called against the Longhorns.
Now, they thought Lammert was going to take the 3, and I think that they just caught in the paint. They had the extra pass. It was a good extra pass, but I thought Lammert was going up with that one. But you're right, Kenny. The Longhorns will not go away. They beat down 2 11-point deficits, and now they're within 2, 64-62.
20 seconds into this game, Texas led by 2. That's how long it's been. Now they're within 2 once again after trailing by 11. Collins slicing inside. To Davis, through his hands, turnover.
Threw it too hard. That's on Collins. Got to give him a softer pass than that because he was wide open. And Texas's defensive intensity has turned this game around, and they've been able to play effective defense without fouling, which is even more impressive.
Here comes Isaiah Taylor. Averaging 16, he has 5 on the night.
This is a neighborhood game, boys. This is brother on brother, man. This is not pretty, but there's no way anyone's folding tonight. Maybe a while before they play again.
Taylor takes it in, stops, pops, no. Rebound, Jones, and he's fouled by Lammert.
They gave him the space. I don't know why Taylor didn't drive it.
Lammert has picked up his 4th.
And now with 4 fouls on Connor Lammert. An interesting decision here for Coach Shaka Smart. I think I'd get him out of there for a few minutes, Seth.
I agree.
He's probably trying to figure out who else is in foul trouble. Almost everyone. 7 Texas players with at least 3 fouls as Jones at the line.
He's going to bring in Prince eBay, who we haven't seen since the beginning of the game when he picked up 2 quickies.
Well, you can get a lot on eBay. And that's where they had to go right now. There you see Lammert has 4. Taylor, their leading scorer, set out a lot with 3. Davis, who had that hot hand. Felix, a starter, also with 3.
I'd add that up, but I don't think I can count that high.
1 Mississippi. There's Jones. 2 big free throws. And a 4-point lead again for the Aggies.
A&M is bending, but so far they haven't broken.
Tries to go inside. And a foul committed by A&M's Davis as he comes over the back of Cameron Ridley.
Nice job by Cameron Ridley, just using that 290 pounds to power his way inside. Got position. Davis came over the top.
That's the 3rd on Davis.
Davis not using the arm bar, which you're now allowed to do for exactly that reason.
Taylor drives, hangs, not there, but he gets the foul. And that is the 4th on Jones. So Jones out there with 4 at the moment. Davis out there with 3 for A&M. And Taylor Doesn't get it to go.
He's having a rough night, but I like him being aggressive, driving to the rim. If you put your head down and try to get to the rim and get a little bit of space, you're going to get fouled.
Jones, Jones goes out with those 4. Trosha back in.
We may have to put some walk-ons in this game eventually with all these whistles, man.
Taylor misses them both. House clears. Collins front court. Puts up a rare shot and hits it. Big shot. Puts him up by 7. His 12 points. Been a while since he shot one. Now Taylor trying to come back. Outside foul called. Again with the hand. It's on Collins. And UT tonight, 17 of 27 at the free throw line. As Taylor steps up, he missed a couple just a few moments ago. A 76% free throw shooter on the season.
That'll get him settled down. You can see he's got a very sweet stroke from the free throw line. He needed that one.
He has 7. Texas down 5 as Collins in front court works for A&M. Trosha looks back, though it's not there this time. Here's Collins. Gilder on Davis, and it's swatted away by Prince.
They called that for a goaltend. Said it was over the cylinder.
I think he was. That was a good call. Let's take another look at him. Look at him. Wow, close.
Very close.
But I think it was the right call.
You know what? He hit the rim. That may have been the call.
I think that was it more than the swat.
Yeah,
Prince with the goaltend and a big basket there for A&M. Puts him up by 7. Right back inside. Taylor forces it.
Now smarter defense. Don't foul him.
Collins gives a hand to Davis. Turnover.
See, Taylor doesn't want to shoot, and Collins doesn't want to shoot. Don't foul those guys.
Looks like DeMarcus Holland gingerly walking a little bit there. Looks like he's okay. He's tough. He is the glue guy.
Elijah Thomas comes back in the lineup for A&M.
Texas A&M typically a pretty good three-point shooting team. Like to knock down a couple of those long-range shots just to give you a little bit of breathing room.
Texas right now with Taylor, Davis, and Holland on the perimeter, and Prince and Ridley inside. So they've got guys that can hit the threes. Davis being one of them who's had a career night and a young career that it still is with 19 points. Holland up for 3, short. Thomas, the rebound, knocked away, and Taylor gives chase.
Nice job by Prince there to keep that one alive. Looked like A&M had secured it.
Davis trying to go inside. Foul called against A&M.
See, in a game like this with this many fouls against a team that doesn't make jump shots, you know, zone is the call. So Billy Kennedy hadn't played much zone tonight. Doesn't have much confidence in it. And based on the few possessions that we saw them playing zone, I don't blame them for not having confidence in it. But this season, you better be good at the zone defense because you need to protect your guys and not put the other team on the foul line.
Ridley shot short. Rebound is kept alive, though, by Holland.
And then you give up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw. That's really bad. See the space that House is giving Holland. Dare them to shoot.
Ridley up high. Thomas right with him. Shot clock at 7 for Taylor. Gives it on the baseline, Holland. Shot clock at 3. Holland forces it up. Not there, but gets the foul.
House left his feet.
House committing his second foul as the shot clock winds down. 7:40 to go. It is a Texas shootout with
points. Look at him from the three-point line, 2 for 2, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. outstanding game so far from Anthony Collins. You hear the Aggie war hymn in the background.
So Collins on the season now 6 for 8 from three-point range. He was 28% from behind the arc in his last season at South Florida, and over the course of his career, he's never made more than 9 threes in any given season. In 3 seasons, is playing a lot of minutes.
Holland puts it through that quiets, at least for that much, the A&M crowd here.
Well, obviously the fouls are the story of this game. So whoever can do the best job of playing good defense without fouling and then cashing in when they get to the line is going to win. And A&M needs 1 or 2 3-point shots. Get that breathing room.
House looking for some breathing room. Taylor on him.
Now it's A&M that's standing around on the offensive end.
Collins with 3 seconds. 2 on the shot clock, puts it up short.
Terrible offensive possession for A&M. You're exactly right, Tom.
Davis Harry's front court. eBay sets the screen.
Still in man-to-man, both teams. Stubborn.
Taylor and House leading scorers for their teams coming in here, going head-to-head on defense right now. Collins is guarding Holland. Big man Ridley spins and hits.
Nice move by the big man. Show that he's got the soft touch from about 8 feet.
Cameron Ridley with 14. Texas within 3 again. Knocked away by eBay out of bounds.
Prince eBay has given the Longhorns some great energy off the bench tonight.
Long ago, it seems, it was Ridley and Lammert and Prince, all these guys at least 6'10" that came in under Coach Barnes. Once upon a time, we saw them as freshmen in the College Basketball Invitational 4 years ago. It's Michigan and UConn. That sounds like an NCAA Elite 8 matchup, doesn't it? That's coming up next. On what we expect will be another game going down to the wire. Trocia puts up a 3 and hits. He doesn't put up many, but he's very accurate. 7 of 10 on the season.
They've got 5 players who shoot 41% or better from the three-point line.
And it's a 6-point lead again for A&M. They've led by as many as 11.
Seems like every time Texas gets close, someone steps up and hits a three-pointer for the Aggies to give them that cushion again.
In the corner, Holland. 3 on the clock. Davis with 1 on the clock. Let's go. I don't think they had a clue how much time was left to right at the last minute. Last second in that case.
Yeah, someone from the bench told them to shoot that ball. They got it up just at 1 on the shot clock.
Collins takes it all the way in, puts it through, and draws the foul.
And that was
Anthony Collins with a great move.
Take another look at this. Collins had Holland on his hip, got the contact. As he goes down, throws it up off the glass. Outstanding athletic play. And Holland now will go to the bench.
He goes out. Felix comes back in. Collins with 14 on the night. Three Aggies in double figures, and it's a 9-point lead.
Davis doing a nice job of fronting Ridley inside. Denied him the entry pass.
Felix backs off. House is out on him. Straight away, Ridley. Short. eBay knocked away by House inside. Foul called.
You get Cameron Ridley to take a 15-foot jump shot is exactly what you want, but you don't get the defensive rebound.
Prince eBay goes to the line. Texas 1 out of their last 6 field goals. They need to start making some free throws. At one point, they'd cut that 11-point lead down to 2, and they never could tie it up. It's been since the first minute of this game that Texas has led.
And remember, Lammert had that ball at the three-point arc. They took that extra pass. They hit the three. It would have been the lead for the first time since that time, but 3 seconds were called.
Ridley for a lane violation.
Lane violation on Texas. Wheels are not quite off, but they're getting a little shaky right now for the Longhorns.
Good move by Shaka Smart to get Lammert back in the game with the 4 fouls.
4 fouls on Ridley. Texas has been in foul trouble this entire second half. Their leading scorer, Taylor, setting out a large chunk of the second half. He's back in now. Caruso operating for A&M against Kerwin Roach back in. And a foul's on Taylor away from the ball. And that is his 4th.
Well, it was right there in front of the official. He was trying to deny House.
And House at the line. He has 16 points on the night. Big first half for the all-Southeastern Conference performer out of Fresno, Texas. Went to Houston and then transferred to A&M.
He is as advertised. The SEC is going to get a healthy dose of Danielle House.
So A&M by 10. 4.5 to go. Felix to Taylor for the 3. Way short.
Taylor's having a night to forget shooting the basketball. He's doing a lot of good things out there. Shooting is not one of them.
And that's one of the things he's supposed to be doing best.
Just like Dean Smith always said, I don't need outside shooters, I need outside makers.
And do a nice job to bleed this clock.
House driving, draws the foul. Ridley moves over and commits his 4th. It's Texas A&M hitting the 3s outside. Trosha knocking that down. Has come through in the clutch tonight, especially in that early going. 17 points, 6 rebounds for House. Last year he got injured. Fractured foot. He goes to the sideline. A&M loses 4 of their last 5. Instead of NCAA tournament, they're in the NIT. So they're hoping with a healthy House and a bunch of talented freshmen, this will be the year that A&M makes a lot of noise, not just in the SEC, but on a national level. And Billy Kennedy right there has guaranteed they'll be in the big postseason tournament this year. It's not a bad bet to hedge right now, you know, and especially in a place where we know about betting. It's everywhere around here. You can walk outside the casino, Tom.
You know, he's definitely got his deepest team in his 5 years in College Station.
We've had 51 total fouls this evening, if you're keeping track at home.
Taylor puts it through.
Clean bucket, nobody's foul.
Taylor,
nice to see. Can be done. Can be done.
He cradles in his 9th, and it's a 9-point lead for A&M.
Now we're seeing some pressure from Texas, and this is really the first trap situation that we've seen all night that Texas has created. Some of Shaka Smart's VCU teams, you see that a dozen times in the course of a game, an opposing player getting trapped.
So these teams with a lot going, they feel like they're healthier, they've got more experience, some real talent for UConn right now, ranked in the top 20 and a slight favorite over Michigan. We expect that to be a good one. That will be our nightcap coming up around 9:30. Unless, of course, there's another dozen or so fouls here with 3:20 to go.
Remember, the shot clock this year cut down to 30 seconds. One of those rule changes.
Caruso, nice pass to Jones. Not there, but he gets the foul. That's why Caruso has led the Southeastern Conference in assists. Threading the needle.
And again, you've got a starting backcourt in Caruso and Collins. They are the 8th and 9th leading scorers on this team, respectively. So defense and distributing the basketball are what they do well, and Cameron Ridley's done for the night.
Fouling out with 14 points, the 6'10 senior, as Jones goes to the line. A&M playing a nice tempo. Early on, they scored 104, 100 in their first 2 games. Not necessarily competition moving on to the power conferences. But then they had 95 and then 75 their last game against Asheville. 81 here tonight. This equals their biggest lead, by the way, at 11. Under 3 to go.
And remember in that first half when Eric Davis for Texas.
Rejected by Davis, Tyler Davis.
Made all those threes. He's been a non-factor in the second half.
Nice job by House to pull it out, lead the clock.
Now A&M can work some clock.
Bill Kennedy over there stretching it out. So let's go. Let's burn it up here in this game.
So they're passing the ball around when they don't need to because there's no closely guarded 5-second rule anymore.
And 2 to go on the clock. Jones has to put it up. No good. And House commits the foul on the rebound.
It's kind of interesting that more teams that I've seen haven't taken advantage of that rule. That's the perfect situation. If I'm A&M, I would let Daniel House pound the ball for 20 seconds and then let him drive to the bucket and need to score and get fouled. It's almost like they forget.
That's my favorite rule change, by the way.
Oh, you like it?
I like that rule change.
I'm not crazy about it.
I thought the 5-second rule sometimes.
I agree with you on almost everything.
Almost everything.
Almost everything. So
politics, books, movies, everything we agree on. But not the 5-second rule.
Well, I don't think it's good that a player has the ability to just dribble the ball for an extended period of time and not have to pass it or advance it or do anything. The whole point of the rules changes is to get the game moving, but much
like we're seeing here.
Theoretically to get it moving. So we don't want to go any slower, but the point is that A&M didn't take advantage. Let's see if they do now.
Taylor hits, he has 10. Here comes House front court. A&M by 10, and a foul is committed out front. Roach commits the foul, and going to the line will be House.
House has not shot it well from the line tonight. He's 4 of 10. But as a team, A&M is 77%, and Texas is 64%. And they've shot about the same number of free throws.
House with 18, now 19.
Tell you what, super impressed with Collins from A&M. Gave him a spark early. Floor general, in command.
Comes right back to House.
And how about that? Now, Billy Kennedy does not have the rest of his team even on the lane. And somehow House still gets an offensive rebound. I don't think I've ever seen that. There's nobody on the lane, and they still got the offensive rebound.
It was like right down the alley. That was a 7-10 split right there. I think it touched about 8 hands of Longhorns and comes right back to House.
See, now here's Caruso dribbling away.
Caruso spins. Leaves it off Jones, who puts it through. Nice assist, Caruso, and A&M on that Jones basket has their biggest lead, 13.
That's a killer sequence. An offensive rebound off a missed free throw, work the entire shot clock, and get a bucket. That's a game sealer right there.
And a foul on the offensive, the rebound coming over the back is going to be called on A&M.
And, coaches and players are going to really have to do some soul searching about how they're going to defend in this current environment, because neither of these teams have done a good job adjusting. I think, number one, you better make sure your zone is good, because when Billy Kennedy tried to go to the zone, he found out his zone wasn't very good.
Clear misses. We saw his mom and dad and some of his family here. He said he probably would have 20, maybe 30 family and friends coming here to watch the Bahamian as he returns to the islands. He said, the toughest thing is all those tickets. I'm going around to all my teammates. Hey, you got a couple extra. He misses them both. Collins is dribbling it away. A&M comfortably in front by 13. 5 to go on the shot clock. Takes it all the way in. Caruso puts up the 3 that's strong. Taylor the rebound. Taylor rushing. Mack from 3, no. Rebound Jones.
You can Sharpie Texas A&M into the semifinal round.
They'll be going on to play Gonzaga. And meanwhile, Texas and Washington will meet again.
They better work on defending the post without fouling, or it's going to be a long afternoon against those Zags. They got some big boys in there who know how to play.
Well, they came here wanting a test. They certainly will get it with Kyle Wilcher and company. And then it'll be Texas and Washington again. It is played in China. Now they come here to play in the Bahamas. Shot clock violation. First one we've seen tonight.
I think Shaka Smart can be very pleased with his players' effort. A lot of execution issues. Still not shooting the basketball. Hard to win games if you can't make shots.
Davis inside. Clear puts it in.
Yeah, Texas was very resilient tonight. They kept battling back. Finally, A&M just had too much horsepower.
And there is the stallion in the barn right there. And Daniel House leading the way tonight with 19. It's Texas A&M waiting 4 years and breaking a 5-game losing streak to Texas. A&M winning at 84-73 over the Longhorns.